Now, jail can be a mad and very dangerous place. We've seen incidents where people have actually been killed by other people within jail as well. So it's crazy over there. So being in jail, I always knew, you know what, I had to protect myself. I had to keep myself in line and keep myself, like, obviously I've talked about the passes I've had because I was running a casino and so on. But also, like, you had to make sure that you wasn't anyone could take advantage of while you was in there, or if people tried to run up on your cell, you could protect yourself. So there's different things, different forms of weapons people had in jail. The first and foremost what people had in jail was a pen. Just a standard pen. You know, the pen's a little bit sharp. Let me just I'll show you different examples. Hang on. Is there a pen here? Oh, here we go. I mean, we all know what a pen looks like, to be fair, so I don't know why I'm showing you a pen. But pen and pencils, right? So, you can see the pen there. Yeah, it's a bit sharp. If someone pokes you over there, it would make a bit of an incision. It might not be fatal, but it could make an incision. So a pen is something that people usually kept in their cell, right? Another thing was a tuna can, or sardine can, whatever it is. But most of the tuna can, you know, the tuna can, once you open it with your what you call it, can opener, the sharp edges was another thing that people would use to sort of try and cut and slice someone as well. Yeah. Snooker balls. Everyone plays pool. Yeah. People get the snooker balls, pull it inside of a sock, and use it as a weapon and use it to lick, man. Happened a couple of times to different people. The pool cue itself as well. A pool cue is another thing that people would use. Someone's coming at you, what pool cue? Whack, smack. Another dangerous thing that they'll use as well. What else? Hot water. This is probably one of the worst ones. What they people use, people will boil up hot water and put sugar in it, yeah, and throw it on someone, because the sugar apparently keeps the wound open. I remember my bedroom, I got moved from B wing to I think A wing on in HMP ISIS, and I remember going over there, some guys tried to throw water on him, apparently, I heard, but there was like a, what do you call it, a thermometer thing that where you press, I forgot what it's called, the thermostat, I can't remember, where you press it and it releases hot water. Someone tried to use that and throw it, but it wasn't working that day on my bedroom, and obviously it just got cold water thrown on him. So that's another one as well, where people heat up the kettle and pour it all over, man, as well. That's another one. Yeah. Another one, I bought this out, yeah. And this one, you know, when you buy folders, when you get like folders, binding folders, you normally get this, right? This comes in your folders, right? So I used to get my, what do you call it? I used to have my nail clippers, and I'll cut off the little edges, like into a triangle there, yeah? And I have like 3 or 4 of these, yeah? And I'll make it into a little triangle right here and put 3 or 4 of them together, and then stick it in, and then I'll wrap it all around. So it will actually look like a proper knife. It will actually look like a proper knife. And then I used to do this, because it just clicks. So when I got to certain passes one time, and I think this what I actually bought one time when I've gone to the room with the 2 guys that bumped me for some phone. I talked about it when I was in HMP hideown. I've gone to scare them, yo, you man, I want my phone. Like, you guys got 5 minutes to bring back my phone. So I should use this. So this is another thing that where people don't really think about it as well. So these can be used as a weapon in jail as well. What else? In the gym. Gym's another place where there's a bit of a slip in jail, you know. The gym, there's metal bars, there's the what do you call it, the weights. I've seen certain man get licked down with what do you call it, poles, the metal poles and that in jail as well. So all these sort of things, razors, you know, in jail you got the razors, you can they give you free razors basically to sort of, what do you call it, trim your beard and shave, whatever, and that as well. People get those as well, make into a little thing and use it to slice next man up as well. So you have to be about your wits. You have to be about your wits all the time in jail, because anyone can come at you with anything and make weapons from so many different things. Plates. Certain jails allow you to have actual plates. Yeah, I remember in HMP Right Hill, I got into a madness with an older guy. He had the biggest head I've ever seen. Can't remember. I think his name was Anderson or something. I can't remember. He had a big head. Shout out Anderson. Anyway, no disrespect to you, but this guy is an old school black guy, Jamaican. He had like, I think he was a food man. But he had like a big head. You know when you got them Stonehenge heads, one of those heads. I can't remember what me and him had an issue over, and he headbutt me. When he headbutt me, I dropped on the floor. He headbutt me. I got up, I banged him in the face. When I banged him in the face now, like I started following him. He's gone upstairs. He's gone upstairs and smashed the, what do you call it? It wasn't even him. It was one of the, I mean, it was him that I had a fight with, but there was one of the biker guys. You know, you got like these biker people. Like he gave him, he must have smashed the plate and gave it to Anderson. So Anderson didn't want to do nothing. He had the sort of the sharp bit of the plates on him as well. So that's another thing as well. Cutlery as well. And even with the toothbrush is another one. Toothbrush, like I said again, people used to file it down. You file it down to make it into a weapon. So sometimes you might think, oh yeah, going to jail, like there's no guns, there's no knives. People will make and form weapons out of anything they do, anything they have. Like in jail, some of the most creative people, you become creative. Even just the way man them used to charge their phones is crazy. Yeah, you know what you should do. Yeah, you know batteries. You know back in the day, things have changed now. But you know back in the day, yeah, you get batteries, Duracell batteries. Yeah, you put them into a little. Let me show you guys some. So make sure this piece of paper is right. Let me use a plain piece of paper. Yeah. This is how we used to, what do you call it? This is how we used to, what do you call it, charge our phones, yeah? So imagine this pin there, yeah? Imagine these are all different batteries. So we roll it all into, all the batteries are facing one way, like that. You can see that. And then also you cut off that side, so you've got like a tube cylinder. You've got like a tube cylinder now. So on one side is negative, one side is positive. Then you cut out wires. You stick the wire onto one side, get a wire. So when you get like a, when I mean wires, I mean like you cut, like if you got a kettle, you might cut off the, what do you call it, the lead and take the thin strips from inside of it. And then you make one wire negative, one wire positive, and then you attach it to the negative and positive of your phone battery. That was mad. Nowadays you can't do that because obviously phones don't get open up like that normal. Like all iPhones don't open up, so you need the actual charger head part that goes in, but you can still clip the battery pack into those. Yeah, it's mad the things people do to sort of be creative, but you have to be careful when you go to jail. Like I always tell people, be careful, because you might think, oh yeah, well the ops are there, fucking, if we get to a fight, it's nothing. But no, I've seen people die, and that because also it happened in HMP Pentonville, also I think in Wandsworth as well, where people have actually been killed. One brother got stabbed up in what you call it, because now people bring things in, and like I said, officers will bring things in. So the officers will bring in the kitchen's another place as well. The kitchen where you're allowed actually to have knives, but obviously what they do to safeguard everyone, before you leave, they'll lock up all the tools and they'll count, okay, what's missing, making sure, like even when you go to the brick lane and all these constructions where you got these mad sort of weapons that can be used back on the wings, but before you go back on the wing, they make sure that they search everyone, and they make sure that everything is being locked back at where they're supposed to be as well. Yeah, just thought I'll give you guys a bit of information on the different sort of weapons. I may have missed out on a few different things, but you have to be careful. Or even your tables in jail. Now, certain jails now got everything fixed in, so your table is fixed into the wall. But in other jails, old school jails, Victorian jails especially, you got like a makeshift table, and people loosen the table leg, and that becomes a weapon as well. So it's kill or be killed in jail sometimes, not literally, but you need to be about your wits all the time. Don't just think like, yeah, I'm gonna go to jail and it's gonna be cool, and what do you call it, if I got beef with people, that we can get into a fight and no harm can come to me. Mad harm can come to you. Some people have left jail disfigured. Some people have left jail not the same as they were. Some people have left jail brain damage. It's mad. Be safe, people, and don't go to jail. And by not going to jail, it means allow the road stuff, allow the crime stuff. If you can, I'm not your father. I can't tell you what to do. You can't do. Only you know what you want to do in life. But there's so much ways to be legit. Anyway, big up everyone.